Action.
Yes.
Hey,
Hello.
we're back.
It's been a while.
It has.
It's been a really long while. Welcome to the waiting room.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to the waiting room. I'm sorry, it's been a long time. We've kept you waiting.
Is this like our first recording for the year?
Yeah, I think so.
Sorry about that. You can blame me.
Well, let's talk about it. What have you been? This is just going to be a little catch-up episode. I'm Rachel. This
I'm
is
Ante. Yeah.
And it's been a while. So, Ante, what have you been up to in this brief 2-month or so hiatus that we went on? What have you been up to?
Not much. I've been sick.
You've been sick.
I've been sick a lot.
What have you had? What have you been collecting?
What haven't I had? And I don't know how I'm collecting it. Because we were like scheduled to record a few times.
Yeah, it's postponed a few times. Yeah.
Also, if anyone follows the Iron Maiden podcast, I do that, had to be cancelled a few times.
Indeed.
Yeah, I had everything from bad cold to got better, and then the influenza hit the whole family.
Like it is wont to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so did you get a flu shot this year?
I didn't.
This is your message, your warning, your sign. If you haven't gotten a flu shot, go get it.
Shoot up, people.
Go get it.
At the doctors.
With the proper medication.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Because there's people out there selling stuff.
So what did you do? What?
No, I don't know.
So it's probably another reason why you got so sick.
Yeah, probably, man. Stay away from bad stuff, people.
So what were you doing while you were sick?
Well, the first few days I was pretty much out of it, but then when I got a little bit better, you know what I really enjoyed?
What?
Just catching up on movies.
What did you watch?
So I was talking to my nephew, who hadn't seen the first or any of the Lord of the Rings.
Which is insane.
Yeah, Ivan, what are you doing? He did watch the first one finally.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
We need you. We don't want to look straight in this camera. We're going to ask you, what are you doing?
Well, he has watched the first one, right? But yeah.
How can you just watch the first one and not be like,
he'll get there.
He'll get there.
Dude, come on. Second one, third one. Do it, please.
Yeah.
You shall not pass.
It's mandatory watching, yes. I believe.
But that was actually really nice to do. Just sit there and just like watch the first. And all the directors. I actually hadn't seen all the directors' ones. So.
How long are the director's cuts? They're really long, right?
It's over 3 hours.
Oh my God.
And it's good that I could actually notice. It's like, oh yeah, I haven't seen this bit before. So that was good. So pretty much just lying in bed and recuperating and watching stuff.
Which seems to be like a difficult task when you have like a 2-year-old.
Yeah, because she's apparently sick as well. High fever, the whole deal. Full on, totally Genki, full of energy.
just living her best life.
Yeah.
With a fever.
With a fever. So it's like, I don't know, man. Because I hit like the 40 plus.
Oh, God.
And I was like, ooh. At one stage, it's like me and my wife just lying there checking temperatures like competition. Who's got the higher temperature?
Well, at least, you weren't like by yourself.
That's true.
Because having the flu when you're sick and there's nobody to take care of you, that's the worst.
No, that's the worst. And strangely enough, and I was mentioning to my brother and other friends, and to my wife, it was actually nice in a way to just have everyone at home when we were a little bit better. And it was just it was almost like a bad holiday, but a good one.
A bad sick holiday.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's nice that you're all, you could all, it's like, for example, if it was just like you and your daughter that were sick, or just like your wife and your daughter that were sick, because if you have that one person that's not sick, then I think it complicates things because they're trying not to get sick while taking care of someone who is sick. So it's good that you all just laid out,
We're all out.
Yeah, everybody's sick.
Except for the little one, kind of.
Well, still sick, but somehow still fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Good for her, though.
Yeah, good on her.
What about you? What have you been up to? Don't tell me you've been sick too.
I was sick for a few days in early February, so the sickness didn't really hit me until much later. If you live in Japan, you probably know the COVID, the flu, bad head cold. It's been going around since like December last year.
The plague.
Yeah, essentially the plague. You have caught all variations of that. I caught a variation of that. Maybe from my coworker, maybe not. Who knows? But I was sick. But other than that, I've been working every single day. My life has been consumed by Kagura.
What? Back on? Like, oh, hang on. Didn't really stop, did it?
Well, So here's the thing. First of all, a little side note, Kagura is a traditional performing art that can be found all over Japan, but it's a huge thing in Hiroshima, Hiroshima Kagura. It's really cool. It's like take all of the classical Japanese performing arts that you think of, so like no, kabuki, like flashy, showy, and condense it down to 45 minutes.
And give it with a shot of energy as well.
Yeah, like high adrenaline energy for some of them. So beginning in September of last year, so they have regular Wednesday night Kagura performances.
Yeah.
And beginning in September with the influx of tourists, they were like, you know what? We should put English subtitles on these because we have all these tourists coming in.
There's been a lot. I've noticed a whole bunch of tourists.
Oh, yeah. Huge.
Yeah.
So I started to do subtitles for that, which I've never actually done subtitles for the Wednesday night performances before. So that was from September all the way through to December. Right? And the new season of Wednesday Night Kagura starts in April. So in between, so January, February, March, they're doing 2 Saturdays a month, English subtitled Kagura for tourists. Now, this brings with it a whole slew of problems. Not really problems, but I guess like issues.
So?
Well, the venue is a completely different venue.
Oh, okay.
So instead of doing it at the Hiroshima Prefectural Citizens Culture Center, they're doing it at the YMCA.
At the YMCA?
Yeah.
So is it smaller? Is it bigger? I don't know the YMCA one.
So the YMCA has like a basement performing arts stage.
Right.
It can fit probably, I would say, like maybe 200 people.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is great. The only problem is that the advertising for this Kagura event hasn't really been done that well.
Oh, so no one's showing up?
So you have a hall for 200 people.
Yeah.
Let's see. For the first show in January, we had 17 people.
Oh.
For the second show, we had 22 people. For the third show, I believe we had 40, but half of those were Japanese people and not tourists.
Well, you're getting a lot more at the cultural center, right?
Oh, tons more.
Yeah.
And because I think it's... No, I don't even really know why there's more. Probably because it's more of an established thing. They've been doing Wednesday Night Kagura for years. Yeah. Right? And so this...
I know you're involved with the subtitles and all that, but what extra are you doing there on the night?
So, it's not just subtitles.
Yeah.
So for the English, the performance is geared toward tourists. You have a program, which has to be put in English. You have explanations about... They have a Kagura costume and a mask on display. So explanations about those. And then information about the commemorative photo session at the end, which used to be free.
Yeah.
And for the first show, they were like, all right, why don't we charge 1,000 yen per group of 5?
Okay.
So it'd be like 200 yen a person, right?
Yeah, it's not much.
Yeah, but nobody bought them.
Nobody wants it. Yeah.
Because nobody's coming in a group of 5. They're all coming in groups of 2.
Right. Yeah.
So then they're like, all right, why don't we switch it? We'll do 500 yen per person. And I was like, okay, but you've already printed out all of this material.
It's a bit late to...
So now we have to fix all of that. In addition to doing the social media campaign, which they're running off of a hashtag. But have you ever tried to search for anything using a hashtag on like Instagram? It's impossible to find the recent posts. So
personally, I don't think I've ever really used. Maybe once or twice in my life, but yeah.
So it's been really difficult to get people to use the hashtag and us be able to find it. So I've been asking them to tag the Instagram. So it's been a lot of me being at every performance at the social media campaign table being like, hello, would you like to post on... Oh, you don't use social media? Oh, okay. Yeah, never mind. Don't worry about it. Like, it's been frustrating.
Yeah.
On top of that, we are in the process of putting subtitles on last year's performances from September to December. So English subtitles on the videos that they put on the Kagura YouTube.
Yep.
So I have to not only go through the subtitles, I also have to make sure when they're actually on the video that they're timed right, the spelling's right, everything's right. And then they're also putting together a guidebook for the performances from April to December.
Yeah.
So I have literally every day been translating pages and pages of things, looking at the layout, telling them where they need to fix things, because I didn't really know this because I don't use Adobe Illustrator. Do you use Adobe Illustrator?
No.
So Adobe Illustrator, I don't know if it's just Japan or other countries as well where this happens, but when you write something, let's say like with an apostrophe, so like, I don't know, Ante's microphone.
Right.
Ante apostrophe S microphone, right? Now, when you type this in English into Illustrator in Japan, they automatically add a space between the apostrophe and the S.
Right.
It's just automatic.
Yep.
And unfortunately, the group of people I'm working with, bless their souls, I love them. They're wonderful people. They don't have the English comprehension to know that that is wrong, despite me telling them about this multiple times.
Yep.
So every time I get something to proof, it's like the same mistake. It's like playing mistake merry-go-round.
So do you have to go through every single one?
Every single one, I have to put a little red. I take a screenshot from the PDF and I put it into a PowerPoint, put a little red circle where it all needs to be fixed.
Yeah.
And you do this over and over and over and over ad nauseum until you are so sick of Kagura that you just can't stand it anymore.
Rachel's a stickler for punctuation.
It's not just that, but it's like the...
Well, you do translation work anyway, so if you're going to do it right, huh?
Yeah, and also just the contents of what I'm translating are the same. They don't really change. So I feel like I'm translating the same thing over and over and over again. And I'm like, I feel like I've done this before. And I kind of look through all my files and I see something similar, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
So it's just been going to work, to my day job at City Hall, going back home and doing more work for the past 2 months.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
You've been having fun then.
Yeah, it's been a lot. So a lot of work. And last Saturday I did a PR video for the city of Hiroshima.
Yeah.
At the title of like so the word barrier free. You know what barrier free means, right? Like wheelchair accessible.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like no barriers, no like step ups, like no nothing. Right? That's barrier free.
Yeah.
Big thing in Japan. I don't know if barrier free is actually a word that exists in English or if it's just like a Japanese created word.
Sounds like something they've created.
It's like the theme of this video is kokoro no barrier free. So making your heart barrier free. So what they've done is they've taken people, so for example, people with disabilities, people with developmental disorders, people who are LGBTQ, tourists. I was playing the tourist. Very convincing.
Yep.
And they have them in situations where they might need help or assistance.
Right.
And then they show the good people of Hiroshima providing assistance. And then all these CG hearts apparently appear on screen. So I had to do filming last Wednesday and last Saturday. So my scene.
Yeah, I was going to ask.
I had to dress as a tourist, which I was looking at all the tourists and the way that they dress around the city. And I was like, so this means what? Like leggings?
Fully bodily able tourists though?
Yes, fully bodily able tourists.
Okay, yeah.
Just can't speak Japanese. So
that makes you disabled here.
Yeah, it actually. Yeah. So I was wearing leggings and sneakers and a coat because it was cold, right? And I was supposed to be looking for ᴑ괏 garden, right? And the director, really nice guy. I've actually worked with him before. I didn't remember him, but he remembered me. So
I hate when that happens.
it's one of those situations where he goes up to me like, Rachel, it's been forever, and I'm just like,
hey, you.
Yes. Yes, it has from that one time.
Yeah.
Or 2 times. Yes. I certainly remember who you are. So sorry. I'm so sorry. I know you're not even listening or watching, but if you are, I'm so sorry. So
in general, I'm bad with names. Anyway, when you watch our
too.
podcast or anything like, I forget things. And,
we're really bad with names.
but in those situations, it's always good to at least like, so if I'm out with my wife or someone, and then it's just like, hey, Ante. And like, hey, this is my wife.
Meet
and wait
the
for her to do the...
Yeah. See, that's nice. I did not have that. I was just like, he's like, yeah, it's been like 10 years probably. And I'm like, oh God, no memory whatsoever.
Yeah.
So the guy was really nice and he's setting up the shot. I'm supposed to be looking for like ᴑ괏 garden, right?
Right.
ᴑ괏 garden is literally right past the Prefectural Art Museum of Hiroshima. Now, if you go to the Art Museum of Hiroshima, there is a big old sign in the front that says ᴑ괏 in this way in English and Japanese.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, are you going to put this in the shot? Because I'm going to look like the dumbest tourist that ever existed if we film here. And he's like, oh, I didn't think of that. I'm like, all right. So we moved locations.
Yeah.
And I'm supposed to be looking at a map, an English map on my smartphone. And he goes, your phone is in English, right? And I was just like, no, it is not. My phone is in Japanese. Sorry.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at his phone, which he set to English. And I was practicing my confused.
Oh, no. So it's really one of the overacting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. The overacting challenge.
Mm.
And I'm just, I'm so just looking around and I don't see any garden. And then this little old lady from Hiroshima, she crosses the street, and I don't know why I decided to ask her for help in English, but that's my character. So I go, "Excuse me, can you help me?" And little old lady speaks to me only in Japanese as well, so I don't know how we're conversing here.
Yep.
But she's like, "Dostang?" Like, what's wrong? And I'm like, "I'm looking for shuke and garden." Yeah.
Oh.
So we did our scene, and on Saturday we had to film the big ending at the new soccer stadium.
I haven't been there.
Yeah.
Looking good?
It was my first time there.
Yeah.
It smells new. It looks new. They have clearly put a lot of money into it.
Oh, okay.
And we had a big ending number with choreography.
Is there tap dancing?
I wish. No, you can't tap dance on a grass field.
Oh.
We got to go onto the pitch. That was very cool. We had choreography, which I didn't know until I got there. So he goes, "Oh, hey, Rachel, do you know the choreography?" And I'm like, "No."
I used to be big into choreography.
I can tell.
Yeah. I did a lot of good work back in the day. I'm retired now. Won't get into that.
Long, dark story. The seedy
Yeah.
underbelly of Sydney's choreography world.
Exactly. That's
why you came here.
I was going to say.
To escape them.
Yep. New life. Tell me about the big scene.
So we have all of the cast, the various people who need people to be nice to them, essentially. We have to gather in a big circle in the middle of the field, which is really difficult to do because there's nothing marking a big circle. We're just kind of going off the drone footage, essentially.
Yep.
So we finally managed to get into a big circle. And our choreography is arms out, arms in, 2, 3, 4, point, 2, 3, 4, look up to the sky, 2, 3, 4. And that's where, apparently from our fingers, a bunch of CGI hearts are supposed to
Ooh.
like some kind of magic beam. I don't know.
No jazz hands.
No jazz hands.
Jazz hands cool.
So we do the choreography a whole bunch of times, right? And then they're kind of going around filming so there are probably 20 people there. And they're filming segments of 3 people at a time. So you have to wait till they get to you.
Yeah.
Right. And then they film a scene where the camera guy is running around us in a circle.
Yeah.
And they had this woman, bless her heart, this tiny little Japanese woman holding this big white styrofoam reflector.
Right.
That was basically as big as she is.
She chasing the cameraman?
So she's chasing the camera guy,
right.
And she's holding this massive thing that's as big as she is, and she's running, and then the styrofoam thing gets caught in the grass, and she takes a tumble, and I was like, "What are we doing?"
Keep it in the credits.
Yeah, I was like, we really need that. This poor woman, she takes such a spill. She's like, "I'm okay." She's grabs things, keeps running. I'm like, it's in the middle of the day, bright, no, not even a cloud in the sky. I'm like, do we need this reflector?
Yeah.
I can't see because I'm facing the sun. I'm just so.
Did they have a big camera on that? Gimbal and everything? I like gimbals.
I love gimbals. They had a small setup.
Oh, okay.
With a gimbal.
Yeah. You don't need a big one these days. But yeah.
You really don't. Really don't. So we did that, and then we had a night scene.
Ooh.
Where there was a woman in the center who was deaf, and she was doing sign language, right?
Yeah.
And then we all had to do sign language with her. So our sign language was tomoni, which is together. And then there's a spotlight on her in the dark stadium, and we're around her in a circle. And the ring of light expands to all of us. And then the director was like, "Lights!" And all the lights in the field just went on. And it was oh, what? Because we weren't told this was going to happen. I was like, God. Ugh.
This is when they picked out all the vampires and everyone just
Yeah. It was
a few people exploded.
It was just a long day. It was from 11:30 in the morning until 8:57 or so at night.
That's a big day, man.
It was a long day. And we got to tour the stadium, which was very cool.
That's cool, yeah.
But this is a Saturday. This is my whole Saturday. So anything that I wanted to get done on the weekend, work-wise, I had to do on Friday because I needed
moved.
I needed a day of rest on Sunday. So
not fun.
Yeah.
Big scene though at the end. I got the Muppets theme in my head.
I wish that we had the music because I wanted to know what the music is gonna be like.
Yeah.
It's just silent, so it's just us going 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, hold the pose, smiles. And then they had the individual scenes as well, where we had to pretend we're looking at all the CGI hearts. So he's like, all right. So the director, great guy.
Yeah.
He's trying to make everybody feel like comfortable and like, he's like, all right, ready? Big smiles. Look at all the hearts. Wow, so many hearts. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Like, really great. But you're working with people who aren't like actors or anything like that.
Hate not working with professionals.
I just, I don't know if you know, but I'm a local TV star. Thank you very much.
I do.
And
I
I've
do.
been on television several times. So the camera does not scare me. But these amateurs,
Are you still going? Sorry.
so
Yeah.
they're not used to it, right?
Yeah.
And so the director's like, come on, smile, smile. And this girl's just like,
That's the worst too. Like, even when like you've done a few before, but when they really try and push more and more, and it's like, no, in my head, it's like we're going into cringe territory now.
yeah.
It's like, do you want something good, or do you want something that's like, wow, this is pretty crap?
So you get people who just like have these like, they're just like burying their teeth and like because it is kind of like, it is cringy.
Yeah.
It feels
Yeah.
cringy. So you have to kind of abandon the cringe. Because one thing that I did learn when I was on TV quite often is that you have to sort of overact. And it looks really natural through the lens of the camera.
Yeah.
Because when you don't, it looks like -5 on a scale of like 100.
Yeah.
If you don't overact. But if you like really like overact your surprise, it looks so natural in the camera. It looks like a regular 1. So to see these people just be like not really smiling, but like they're just looking like, oh, I'm like, I don't want to be here. Like, this kind of awkward. And I'm like, I get it. But also you're getting paid to be
I
here.
want to be here. All right, chain them up, put them back again.
So it was just a lot of waiting around.
Yeah.
A lot of waiting for your turn.
Yeah.
And it's just a lot of strangers. So I met a whole lot of new people, which is like, it's fine. But like for someone like me who's more on the introvert scale, it can be really exhausting.
Oh, I get you.
Yeah.
Have I told you I don't like people?
Yeah.
My brother's laughing now too right now.
So yeah, I've just been doing a lot of work.
You have been. What else is new?
Oh yeah. We got a clapperboard.
You started to
Yes.
It claps.
I really wanted one of these. Thank you, Amazon. Thank you, Amazon. Like
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored, but Amazon, if you'd like to sponsor us, we're using your beautiful clapper. So yeah, Ante.
Yeah.
This is a clapperboard in English because it claps. What is this in Japanese? That's my question for you.
Bad guest? Sorry, bad guess.
I guess.
Clapperboard.
Clapperboard, which would be like the katakana Japanese English version.
When all else fails. Or when you're speaking drunk Japanese.
So you're not wrong, but you're wrong. And I say that because
I hear that a lot.
You're not wrong, but you're wrong.
Yeah.
But so this sound. Do you know how to say this sound in Japanese?
No.
Kachi. Kachi. Right?
Yeah.
So this is called a kachinko because it makes the sound kachin.
Now I'm just thinking of gambling.
It's like a diminutive form of like, not pachinko, kachinko.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is called a kachinko. And now we have one, a clapperboard, because it makes the kachi sound, or it makes the clap sound.
Works for me. I like it.
Yeah.
Feel professional.
I know, right? It's really, I was so like, because usually we do like the clap before we start, but you don't see that on camera. And I was like, it'd be really fun to have a clap. One of my favorite people I watch on YouTube, Trixie Mattel, has a pink clapperboard.
Yeah.
And it's really cute, and I really wanted a clapperboard. So
pink's not my color.
Pink is everybody's color.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
I've never seen you in anything other than black, though, to be
black
honest.
T-shirts and jeans. I'm a simple man.
I mean, if you ever came in pink, I think it would be pretty awesome. We should probably...
I have owned 1 or 2 pink shirts in my life.
Like a button-down?
No.
Like a T-shirt?
Yeah.
Like a pink T-shirt?
It was a pink T-shirt. Pink T-shirt, jeans. It was, man. It was the 90s.
Yeah, the 90s to me are like pink polo shirts with the collars popped. Yeah, you gotta
I
pop.
had one or two of
pop
those,
the
but I wasn't a
collar.
big. Yeah, I'm a mainstay t-shirt jeans person. I think that's going to be me for the rest of my life.
It's not a bad existence.
No,
It's not a bad existence.
works for me, man.
Like black shirts, same with black socks. They never get dirty.
Mhm.
The more that you wear them, the blacker they get.
Yeah.
You know that? You know that song? Black socks, they never get dirty. The more that you wear them, the blacker they get. And then it's like a.
I don't know that one.
Oh no!
I'm gonna have to look this up.
It's a child's song.
Yeah.
I think it's like a round. They sing it as a round.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The thing is with wearing black shirts on, it's like now with recording, I have to make sure what episode we do before.
Oh, so you're not
Like, is it a different shirt? I bet you no one gives a crap.
I can't even remember. I might have been wearing the same shirt last time. We
That's
had the
all right.
Christmas
It's been
episode
how many
with
months?
like the tinsel.
Yep.
Yeah. It might have been the same shirt though.
That's all right. You get a pass. It's been how many months?
It's been a long time. It's been a long time, guys.
Has been
But
a
we're
while.
back.
Yep.
We're back. I just wanted to make this like a short episode
Yeah,
of like catch up on what we're doing. We're still here. We're still alive.
Mm.
Thankfully. Did not succumb to the plague.
I made it, people.
I survived the plague of 2024.
Mhm.
And I survived a small coughing incident.
Yep. Nice.
Essentially. So yes, we're back. If what was I gonna say?
I don't know.
I don't know. I had something I was gonna say. Oh, I wanted to put a link to the Kagura I've been working so hard on in the description. So please check it out. If
That
you are
in.
interested in Japanese performing arts, English subtitles for free, lovely performances. Check it out.
Mhm.
We're gonna be doing some new movie trailer reacts.
With the Kagura again.
Yes.
So for people overseas, are you guys going to be doing any of the live broadcasts?
No, because it's all back again.
Yeah.
So no more live
Oh,
broadcasts.
that was during the
COVID
pandemic.
pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
But you can see videos from our live broadcasts as well. Like I said, I'll put a link in the description.
Yeah. Definitely.
And you can see these great, amazing short Kagura performances. We'll have to talk about Kagura at a later episode because I could talk about it
Definitely deserves its own episode.
forever.
Yeah.
But we've got movie trailer reacts coming out.
Mhm.
Brand new episodes definitely coming your way.
Yep.
So be sure to hit that subscribe button,
Please.
hit the bell, leave a comment, send us an email
at thewaitingroomjpn@gmail.com.
You can follow us on Instagram at @thewaitingroomjpn.
Mhm.
Sound off on what you would like us to talk about. I think we had a comment before about talking about our favorite foods
Yes,
from
that's right.
Japan
So we're gonna have to get to that.
versus our own home country. So thank you, Tako-chan, for that lovely question.
Yep.
And just a short little 30-minute, hey, we're back episode.
We're back 2024, a bit late.
Yeah,
But we're here.
Happy New Year, guys.
Again, Happy New Year.
Pretend this is a little bit earlier in the year. Happy Lunar New Year. There we go. We were a little bit late for Lunar New Year, but we're closer to Lunar New Year than we are regular New Year. So
We're here. We're alive. It's raining outside.
but we're making the best of it.
All good.
All good.
Sounds good.
We'll see you on the next episode of The Waiting Room.
Take it easy, guys.
Bye.